ओम ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शंकरं लोकशंकरं। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। हरि ओम अखंडमंडलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। Hari Om. We sing small bhajan of Krishna because Krishna Ashtami coming on Monday. Chitta chora yeshoda ke baal नवनीत चोर गोपाल। चित्त चोरा यशोदा के बाल नवनीत चोर गोपाल। गोपाल 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 गोवर्धन धर गोपाल। गोपाल 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 गोवर्धन धर गोपाल। चित्त चोरा यशोदा के बाल नवनीत चोर गोपाल। नवनीत चोरा गोपाल। श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। आत्मबोधा फर्स्ट वर्स इन्वोकेशन प्रेयर। तपोभिक्षीण पापानां शान्तानां वीतरागिनां मुमुक्षूणाम् अपेक्षोऽयम् आत्मबोधो विधीयते। आत्मबोधो विधीयते। Hari Om. Today we will discuss from Atmabodha verse number 46, 47, 48, 49. These four slokas are one bunch: 46, 47, 48, 49. स्वामी जी भगवान शंकराचार्य जी what he is going to explain in these 4 verses. These 4 verses deals with one topic only. That is, after realization or after knowledge. After realization means it is not like becoming a king or becoming after elections. After realization means after getting this knowledge, what are the benefits we are going to get? And for everything we ask, what is the benefit? So what is the jnana phalam? These 4 verses are dealing with jnana phalam. Otherwise, we can say the realization, what we call the realized master, Jivan Mukta Purusha, what he is going to get after his realization. Jivan Mukta Purusha. This way also we can see. So, in 4 verses, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji, he is explaining about 4 benefits. 4 benefits out of knowledge. Swamiji, what are these 4 benefits? Benefits, Swamiji. The first benefit is, if you get knowledge, the first benefit is solution for all problems. Guruji used to say, one solution, many problems. Problems may be many, numerous number of problems are there, but he will get the solution. This is the first jnana phalam. Solution for all problems. 1. Second jnana phalam is vision. What kind of jnana drishti he will get personally. Personally, what will be his vision? This is second benefit. And third benefit is his bhavana. His bhavana means his state of thinking. His bhavana. Third benefit. Fourth benefit is his body. After realization, after knowledge, what kind of body he will get? That is called Rupam. So in Sanskritam, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, the first one is Samadhanam. Second one is called Chakshuhu, vision. Third one is called Bhavana. Fourth one is called Rupam. Okay. What kind of solution he will get, what kind of vision he is going to get, what kind of state of mind he is going to get, and what kind of form this master is going to get, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji wants to discuss in today's class. So, we chant verse number 46. Repeat after me. Tattvasvarupanubhavat Utpannam Jnanamanjasa Aham Mameti Chajnanam Badhate Digbramadivat Tattvasvarupanubhavat Utpannam Jnanamanjasa Aham Mameti Chajnanam Badhate Digbramadivat. Listen, the first line is Tattva Swarupa Anubhavat Utpannam Jnanam. Swamiji, how we are going to get this jnanam? This jnanam is Utpannam Jnanam. Utpannam Jnanam means it is risen in our heart only. This jnanam is not an objective knowledge. Utpannam jnanam means it is completely subjective knowledge. In Gurudev language, it is not second-hand language, second-hand knowledge. All other knowledges are second-hand knowledges. It is not like that. Your own experience, that is called Utpannam Jnanam. Not by reading, not by listening, not by doing. Your own experience, you are experiencing that knowledge, Utpannam Jnanam. How it happened, Swamiji? Tattva Swarupa Anubhavat. It is happened Anubhavat, with the experience of Tattva Swarupam, with the experience of truth of yourself. Swarupa means your own self. Tattva means truth. Till now, I have Swarupam. But my Swarupam is my physical body, or my emotional body, or my intellectual body. And now my Swarupam is Satyam. In truth, I came to know myself. This Tattva Swarupa Anubhavat Utpannam Jnanam. I realized myself. Okay. With this experience, Mahatma, this is the state of Mahatmas, great Purushas like our Gurudev, Guruji, Ityadi. With that, what happened? Jnanam Anjasa Badhate. This Jnanam will do one thing. I said the benefit, that benefit is Anjasa Badhate. Anjasa means immediately. Badhate means it negates. Anjasa Badhate. Immediately it negates. Quickly it negates. What it negates, Swamiji? Aham mama iti ajnanam. It negates aham mama iti ajnanam. That ignorance which is in the form of I and my, that ignorance will be immediately negated by this Tattva Swarupa Anubhava Jnanam. Okay. Guruji used to say, they say ignorance, ignorance, ignorance. So many statements and books and many literature is there. But the main source of ignorance is only two thoughts. One thought is aham, I. How can you say, Swamiji, this aham is ajnanam? Because we keep this I as physical body. I means this is. This physical body is I. And the relations with this body, the objects which are relevant to this body, they are all called mine. My TV, my house, my wife, my status, my job, they are all belonging to, or they are all relevant to this physical body only. My children, my father, my mother. So that's why they are called as Ajnana Vritti. We represent ourselves, I, as this physical body, that is called Aham. And the relations with this body, they are all called mine. This Aham Mama Ajnanam will be quickly negated, Anjasa Badhate, with that knowledge. Because I know now my true identity. That true identity will dispel this kind of false identification. This is the only one solution for all problems. Otherwise, we may find out another solution, immediate solution, but that solution also be in time may be a problem. It may become like a problem. So they cannot be say as final solution. This Jnana Anubhavam only final solution for all types of problems. One solution, all problems goes away. It is like Bhagavan Shankaracharya is giving one example, Digbramadhivat. This experience is like Digbramadhivat. Swamiji, first you tell what is called this Digbrama. Dik means directions. Brahma means confusion. Sometimes it happens. In olden days, people used to travel in jungles and forests because at that time there was so much of greenery. If you want to go from one village to another village, we have to pass through some jungle or whatever. So if he is very new to this path, this will happen. The problem is we may miss the road. We may lost the path. That is called Digbrahma. We don't know where is east, where is west, where is north, where is south. Everything is trees, trees, trees and sun only. Completely we lost our path. This is not highway. That situation is called Digbrahma. That is the problem. Solution is, if you want to know the path, you need not get all charts for all directions. If you know any direction, for example, somebody says that is north direction. Immediately, we came to know what is south, what is east, what is west. Everything will be revealed by this single thought. That is called Digbrahma removal. If you know the north, simultaneously you came to know south, east, west and all directions. In the same way, if you know the truth, all problems will be ended at a time and completely. They cannot rise any more time. That is the solution. That is the benefit from this Jnana Marga. That's why they say it is called Parama Purushartha, the final solution for the entire journey of the Jiva. Sometimes I may be Indra, Chandra, king, doctor, patient, whatnot. Man, woman, good, bad. These are all the problems everywhere, Sukhi, Dukhi. They all can be ended with the direct experience of our own self. You cannot achieve this solution even in Bhakti Upasana also. Because if you go to Vaikuntham also, if our mind is not pure, we will complain in Vaikuntha also. It happened, Jaya Vijaya, they themselves, under delusion for some time. So goodness is not the solution for Ajnana. The solution for ignorance is knowledge. That's why it has its own glory. The one solution for all problems. This is one benefit. Nice, Swamiji. Now I am going to tell another benefit with knowledge. That is verse number 47. Samyak Vijnanavan Yogi Svatmanyevakilam Jagat. Ekam cha sarvamatmanam ikshate jnana chakshusa. Samyak vijnanavan yogi Svatmanyevakilam jagat. Ekam cha sarvamatmanam ikshate jnana chakshusha. This is also another beautiful result from the knowledge. Bhagavan Shankaracharya is saying, Samyak Vijnanavan Yogi. This Jivan Mukta Purusha, Mahatma. Who is he? Yogi. Yogi means great meditator. Please understand, meditator means he must have doing lot of meditation. This is not the definition. He is a great yogi, great meditator means contemplative, nature-minded person. His mind itself, contemplative mind. That is his greatness. Meditation is not an action. He can sit 6 hours, Swamiji. He can sit 10 hours, Swamiji. But if his mind is not in this category, that cannot be countable. His mind is meditative mind. Thus, that doctor is very, very successful doctor, we say. You know why? Because that he or she, they have this quality. Very meditatively, they do that surgery. Complete perfection. Time 10:30, time 10:30. Where to open, where to cut, what is the medicine? That is called meditative mind. She cooks, Swamiji, complete perfection. So yogi means we must understand that kind of buddhivan. This Mahatma, Samyak Vijnanavan. He is a Samyak Vijnanavan means very, very knowledgeable. Knowledgeable about this Brahma Jnana. Samyak Vijnanavan means his knowledge is doubt-free knowledge. After knowledge, again it should not question. Why? I think Jagat only Satyam. After Ramayana, if you say Ravana is great, Rama is bad, then there is no need to listen Ramayana. I know. So you heard all Upanishads and Gita, and the final conclusion is Jagat Satyam Brahma. I doubt about Brahma. No, that is not called Samyak Vijnana. Samyak Vijnana means doubt-free knowledge. No more wrong notions. Very, very clear. Brahma, this is. Jagat, this is. Samyak Vijnanavan Yogi. In our traditional language, they call it as Hastamalakavat. Knowledge should be like that. Amalakam means this fruit. Chavan fruit. Amalakam. Hastamalakam means if you keep that fruit in your hand, it is very, very clear. Where is the amalakam? This is the amalakam. Knowledge should be like daylight, like. Where is the light? Here is the light. One student is there for Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji. His name also Hastamalaka Swami. His knowledge is that clear. Great Vairagi. We know now one is Sureshwaracharya ji, Padmapadacharya ji, Hastamalakacharya ji, and Thotakacharya ji. These four are belong to four types of Sureshwaracharya ji. Very, very Vidwan. Vidwan means very well read. After Shankaracharya ji, that much work done by Sureshwaracharya ji only. Many books he has written. Other three, no. They are not that much what we call Vangmaya Purusha. They don't have that much skill in the science. Sureshwaracharya is the top. Next, Hastamalakacharya ji, his specialty is Purna Viragi. He is like a Jada towards world, as though he is dumb towards world. Only Brahma means only Brahma. Even this Panditya, Sahitya, Sravana, Mananadi also he is not interested. Only Brahma. Hastamalaka Maha Vairagi. Padmapadacharya ji is Bhakta. Great devotee of Bhagavan Shankaracharya, like God. Whereas Thotakacharya ji is Seva. He is not that much interested in listening, studying, and reflecting. So what do you want? I want to serve my Guru. Washing his clothes, cleaning his kutia, arranging everything for him, food and everything. 4 are Jagat Guru shown. For Brahma Darshanam, Brahma, what we call Jnanam, 4 are same, but different natures. Okay. Hasta Malka means very, very clear. That is called Samyak Vijnanavan Yogi. This yogi will get one vision. That is the result from this knowledge. This is the second result. What is that vision, Swamiji? He will get one Jnana Chakshu, one eye of knowledge. What is that eye of knowledge, Swamiji? What is there in it? Akhilam Jagatu Swatmani. He sees in him. Swatmani means in him. He sees Akhilam Jagat. All names and forms and variety, everything he will see in him. Swatmani Akhilam Jagato Ikshate. How Ikshate? Ekam cha sarvam atmanam. This is all nothing but my eka atma. We say, this is also another great benefit. We say variety, plurality, manyness, and moreover we say they are truth. This multiplicity, we don't label them, we give reality to them. Murkhatva. And moreover, not only they are true, Swamiji, they are the source of my happiness. And another buddhi we call it, they are a Shobhana buddhi. We are not ready to leave them. It is like we are not giving reality to our shadow, and we say, because of shadow only I am very cool. This Jagat is that. But he says, this entire Nama Rupa Jagat, everything, this plurality, this manyness, this Anekatva, this is nothing but my Eka Atma only. That I he will get. Then no need to say this is different, that is different, this is big, that is small, that is beautiful, this is ugly. Because everything is my Atma only. Ekam Atmanam Akhilam Sarvam Jagato Swatmani Eva Tishtati. This kind of Jnana Chakshu he will get. Guruji explains very beautifully. For example, I will show this kerchief. To see this kerchief, we need this chakshu, this eye. Then only you can say it is a white kerchief, Swamiji. Now, I will tell one Pythagoras theorem. To see that Pythagoras theorem, you don't need this eye. We use another eye inside. We calculate. We understand, we frame it. That is called Antara Chakshu. We all have that. With that Chakshu only we work in the world. If it is not there, we are ignorant. Now, regarding worldly objects also, we have that Chakshu. And what about that Atma Chakshu? Atma Chakshu means he sees that substratum. One truth which is only appearing as many. These names, forms, qualities, everything are a superimposition on that. That Chakshu is the benefit out of this knowledge. In Bhagavad Gita, he says, Yah pashyati sa pashyati. Arjuna, who sees that he sees? Because he is seeing the reality. The fact of reality is the one. There is no scope to the second part. because it cannot change, it cannot be modified, it cannot be expressive in any other form like Sattva-Rajas Tamoguna. So that is the one, that is my Atma only. That Jnana Chakshu, that vision he will get. We also go to beach. We run if the wave is very big. We play with if the wave is very small. We play with bubbles. All the disturbances and agitations and everything. But that Mahatma, first sight itself, he says, this is everything, nothing but water. Then there is no need to play with them, because one only there. That is called Jnana Chakshu. That Chakshu is the second benefit from this Brahma Jnanam. Only Chaitanya Satta Atma. All Chaitanyas are he only. I plus, she may say I plus he, I plus it, but the Shuddha Chaitanya is one, that drishti he will get. Vasudevaha sarvamiti, Bhagavad Gita says. This is second benefit. Okay, Swamiji. Swamiji, then what will be the third benefit from this knowledge? That is called his state of thinking or his bhavana. That Puj Guruji calls that bhavana is called Sarvatma Bhavana. Sarvatma Bhavana means everything is me only. This is only one body, one shariram. Sarvatmatvam. All Mahatmas, they have it. In Bhagavan Raman Maharshiji's life, one day Bhagavan slept in his veranda. And there are two big mango trees over there. Big mango trees. And the ashram administration people, managers and everything, they called outsourcing people. Some other people, they called the other people, and they asked them, collect all the mangoes. Because this is the season, collect all the mangoes and keep in this bag. And that outside people, they don't know who is this man and who is this manager and everything. Very rudely they are behaving with these two trees. You know, if you see that collection of mangoes, they beat the trees with sticks and that kind of what we call the shaped knives and everything. They pluck, they're plucking, and whole trees they are spoiling, these two trees. Maharshi got angry, Bhagavan. And he felt that pain of these two trees. And he ran, and all the ashram managers, they came, and he said, they are giving fruits to you and continuously you are beating them. What are you doing? What kind of justice it is? He is arguing. They are giving so much of fruits and this thing, but continuously you people beat them. What kind of job you are doing? Get out from here. And he chased them. That is called Sarva Atma Bhava. That is me only. You know how I feel. If anything happens to something else, they feel the same way. In Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's life also, it happened. In the corner of the street, somebody is beating one buffalo. And Paramahamsaji is getting wounds on his backside. And students came, Guruji, Guruji, what happened? And he said, please check somewhere something happened. Someone is beating, that is getting that pain. I'm feeling that pain. That's why they ran, and somebody is beating that buffalo outside the ashram. Then, they chased them. Then he got. That is called Sarva Atma Bhava. Mahatmas, they will get it. That's why in Gurudev's last interview also, one American asked Gurudev, wow, you have, by that time, that is 93, by that time you have done a lot of job. She asked innocently, Chinmayanandji, why did you do all this? Continuously you work day and night, you don't care your health and travel and people and insult and glory, but continuously you work. Why? Gurudev said, if any child runs towards fire, I cannot sit quiet. I have to run there and collect the child and protect from the fire. That way, whole world is going somewhere and somewhere. I am feeling that pain. That's why I run. The whole Chinmaya mission purpose he kept like that. We must work. That work only benefit for you and for other people also. That is called Sarvatma Bhavana. This Sarvatma Bhavana only will give Seva Bhavana. Seva is not work. I do service 6 hours, Swamiji. I do service 24 hours. Seva is not work. Seva is Bhavana plus work. That bhavana should be there behind the work, then that work will be called as seva. That's why they don't feel, even they massage the legs of the people. If that bhavana is there, pujya bhavana, that is seva. I am so big, I don't do this kind of cheap work. Then work cannot be cheap, work cannot be high. This bhavana should be there. The parakashta of this bhavana is this sarvatma bhavana. Feel whole world is your body. In one topic called Service Above Self, Pujya Gurudev's video, in that he says, this tongue is in between the teeth. If any time it slips, this teeth will bite the tongue and it is very painful. You know, the teeth will give pain to this tongue. And after some time, if something stucks in this teeth, tongue will not say, I'm not going to help you. Tongue will go there and slowly it will help to come out of that material which stuck in our teeth. This is called Sarvatma Bhavana. Because why? This tongue is also mine only, this teeth is also mine only. Somebody may appreciate, somebody may not. That bhavana, knowledge only can give. Nothing any. So, how he is going to get Bhagavan Shankaracharya explaining 48. Atmaivedam jagat sarvam atmanonyanna vidyate mrudo yadvadghatadini svatmanam sarvamikshate atmaivedam jagat sarvam atmanonyanna vidyate mrudo yadvadghatadini svatmanam sarvamikshate. He says, Atma eva idam jagat sarvam. This entire world is nothing but Atma eva. Atma eva jagat sarvam. Not only that, Atmano anyat na vidyate. Atmano anyat, other than that self. Kinchidapi na vidyate. Nothing exists other than Atma. It is like mrudo ghatadivat. so many pots may be there. So many parts are there, but clay is one. We may say that is big part, small part, that is flower vase. Many titles we may put, but the reality is Mrit Eva. Clay only reality in that way. Swatmanam sarvam ikshate. He says everything, sarvam. But what it is, swatmanam. That is all nothing but my atma only. I am only appearing as different things. This is called, Mahatmas, they say this is called identification. This is very truth and fact. Puj Swamiji Swarupanandaji, very humorously he says one story. He says in Delhi, this is a story. In Delhi, there is a bus stop. In that bus stop, many people are waiting for the bus to come. So, in India, if any time bus comes, people rush like anything. So, in that group, some young boys are there, old people are there, different types of people are there. We know young boys are very dynamic and active. They want to get in first. One boy, he is trying to get in that bus very quickly. Behind him, one old man is there. But he is feeling difficulty to getting in the bus. That man, suddenly he asked this boy, నువ్వు ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చావు? He used this language. నువ్వు ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చావు means you are from where? Where are you from? And this boy suddenly turned, he said, you are Telugu? And the man said, yes, I am Hyderabad. This boy said, I am also Hyderabad. And immediately this boy, he gave the way to the old man, and the old man stepped into the bus, and they both sat in the same bus, and they are feeling so much friendly and talking and traveled the whole the way. He wants to say, when you came to know the identity with anyone, then we accommodate them. This Sarvatma Bhavana, I said, Sarvatma Bhavana means we must accommodate everyone. This accommodation we give if we identify with them. That boy identified, he also belonged to Telugu state, I also belong to Telugu state, so we both are one. That oneness we can see in identity. Then the differences are gone. Guruji says, why don't you feel this oneness with all human beings? Drop all other, man, woman, rich, poor. We are all human beings. Then you are little matured. Your degree of identification, scale of identification, little risen. So whenever human beings comes, we respect them. We say, why are you helping them? Because he is a human being, Swamiji. He is not a Muslim, he is not a Christian, he is not an African, he is a human being. So that identity came. And the next grade of identity is all living beings. We help plants, we help animals. Nowadays we are doing. That is because of this Sarvatma Bhavana. We say why? Then we say they have a right to live, Swamiji. How can you kill them? I know. How can you kill them for your food? They have a right to live. Then little more is, why don't you say existence? Everything has a common role in the creation, is they have a right to existence. That existence is common everywhere. He is, she is, I am. So our identity become more open. Then we start respect everyone. That sarvatma bhavata, we will get it. And that is not the existence of me, existence of you, existence of she. That is the one and same everywhere. Moreover, it is the only reality. And finally, other than that, nothing is there. Who stops to not accommodating anyone? Who gives the differentiations or a division in this one thing? That will go away, and final phalam is this sarvatma bhava. That is called swatmani sarvam ikshate. He sees sarvam as his own self. This is the final thought of realization. That's why he doesn't say no to anyone. Mahatma, he doesn't say no to anyone, because that is also me, this is also me only, one only. We say that is no to something, yes to something. That sarvatma bhavana he will get. That is the main, that should be the main element behind all kinds of services. We should keep this thought. Everyone is God, God, God only, God only. Ishwararpitam neshchayakrutam chitta sodakam mukti sadakam. Even in sadhana time also, if you keep the thought, that will completely purify our chittam. Because it is dropping all raga, dvesha, ichcha, dvesha, aham, mama, chitta sodakam. That chittam will be mukti sadakam. We can see the one subject. So that sarvatma bhava is another jnana phalam. And now final phalam is what kind of body he is going to get. Because this is mamsa rupam. Actually, we are not, we know that. Bhagavan Shankaracharya questions in Viveka Chudamani, how can you think you are a physical body? Then we say, why not? He says, physical body is nothing but 7 ingredients. Is it right or no? Yes. Blood is there, meat is, the flesh is there, the bones are there, and majja is there, charma. Charma means the skin is there, and the hairs are there. Combination of these 7 elements only physical body. Hai ki nahi? And we say yes. But do you feel any time you are like blood, like flesh, like charma? Never we feel. But we claim as we are physical body. And moreover, this awareness of physical body we miss many times. Even in work, during the serious work time also, we are not that much aware of physical body because we shifted our attention. That time it is completely as though not there. Even in deep sleep also. But we claim, I am that, I am that, I am that. And degree of foolishness is more when we identify with our mind. There are very flickering thoughts and flickering emotions. Still we say, I am that. I am Kopi, I am Shanti, I am good, I am bad. They are all continuously changing. Still we claim as though I am that, I am that. Complete credibility we give this physical, subtle and causal bodies. Bhagavan says, no. That Jivan Mukta will get one different kind of body, that is called Jivan Muktastu Tadvidvan. Purvopadhi gunan tyajet. Satchidananda rupatvat. Bhave Brahmara Kitavat. Jivan muktastu tadvidvan purvopadhi gunan tyajet Satchidananda rupatvat bhaved brahmara kitavat. This is very famous example in Vedanta that is called Brahmara Kitavat. Till now we have body, this physical body. This is like Kita. Kita means worm. Wasp they call in biology. This small Kita. In Vedanta, they say one story that is called Brahmara Kita Nyaya. We change our body in Vedanta practice. Body, Swamiji, they say yes. We change our Rupam with this Jnana Sadhana. Abhitak, if you say what is your body, we say this is my body. Jnani will not say this is my body. He says my body is Satchidananda Rupam. Pure existence, pure knowledge, pure bliss is my body, my Rupam. Not this what you said, blood, flesh. This is not my body. This is me. This is my Rupam. How it happened? They say Brahmara Kita Nyaya. Gurudev beautifully explains that story. This wasp, potentially it is a bee only. Biologically, metamorphically, he says some signs of it. Because Gurudev used to study for everything. Because his audience are completely different. How can it change? But it happens in Prakriti, in nature. There is a Kita called wasp. You know, in her construction, in her life design, this wasp will stay in a what we call mud hole. Like an ant hill, there will be small mud hills for trees, in houses also you can see. In that this wasp will sit. Little creature, very, very small Kitakam. And this graham is there, this house of this matti. It will have only one door. That is also little hole. Little hole only will be there for that. In childhood, they used to say, if this kind of mud houses, if they keep in our houses, they say a boy will be born in that particular house. Because I used to hear. We used to see in our childhood, I don't know, now in towns. So they keep like that. In that, the small wasp will sit. And small hole will be there. One bee means Brahmar. We know bee is very poisonous. It sticks like anything. With needle-like teeth it will have, this bee. This bee will sit outside the gate, outside of the gate of that mud house. Inside the house, complete darkness. No gates, no light, nothing, only little wasp. Small hole. And this side, this bee. So this wasp wants to fly out of this house because it's very dark. It wants to come to that gate again and again, it comes to the gate. Whenever it comes to the gate, this bee, you know, it will stick, it will stick again and again, number of times. And this wasp continuously, it sees only one thing, that is called Brahmara. It doesn't know anything other than that. And this Brahmara, with this poisoned teeth, it will stick kind of, so continuously, because of this sticking, in time, this wasp will take a form of Brahmara. And when it becomes Brahmara with wings and big eyes and everything, it will break that hill and it will fly. This wasp become Brahmara. That is called, this total story is called Brahmara Kita Nyaya. This Jiva, Guru keeps this Jiva in this study. Potentially, this Jiva is nothing but Brahmana. With Brahmakara Vritti, you are Brahman, you are Brahman, you are Brahman, with this Brahmakara Vritti, and continuously exposing to this kind of teaching and this feeding of this Brahmakara Vritti, this wasp will lose its smallness, its limitedness, its small form. It will become as Brahma. And it will fly. All limitations will be broken. This body he will get. This Jnani. Jivan Muktastu Tad Vidwan. That student, when he get the Jivan Mukti, Purva Upadi Gunan Sarvan Tyajet. He will drop this Tyajet, this dropping of Purva Upadi. Purva Upadi means I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect. All types of Upadis and their properties, their Gunan, he will Tyajet, he will renounce everything. Because now he is Satta Chittu Ananda, Satchidananda Swarupatvat Bhavet Brahmara Ketavat. This is the another result. I said the fourth phalam of the jnanam is, Brahma Rupam. Brahmavita Brahmaiva Bhavati. Not Shariri, not good, bad, Jiva, nothing, no Guru, no Shishya. Chidananda Rupaha Shivoham Mano Buddhya Hankara Chittadinaham. Mana Buddhi Ahankara Chitta Sarvam Na Aham. Chidananda Rupaha Shivoham. This Rupam he will get. Jivan Mukta Purusha. Same people may be outside, same Parasthiti may be outside. This body, mind, intellect also be there. But he identified with the Satchidananda Swami. His Rupam is now completely changed like Brahmara Ketavatta. Okay, Swamiji, these four are the four Jnana Phalam. Today, Bhagavan enumerated. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamivavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om, sir.